Was the Philadelphia Eagles' loss to the Atlanta Falcons actually a good thing? Let me explain real quick. Come here, come here. Now, I understand losing a football game in no circumstances is a good thing, but I do think that it was important to see the identity of this team through a tough loss, and we did see that, and I saw some really, really good things. I want us to sit back and watch this interview with Saquon Barkley. It's about 3 minutes post-game. He talks about everything that happened, and just pay attention to some of his responses, because I think they are very, very telling.
Happened on that third down pass in the flat there?
Dropped the ball. Let my team down today. Shouldn't have put the defense in that position. Made that catch. Game over. Relax. Get back to my old habits and just gotta go back and get back to work.
Were you surprised?
So I want to stop it right there because obviously that's the soundbite that everybody has been taking, and that is the soundbite that has made its way on news shows. And we're going to watch the rest of the interview, but accountability. Very, very big thing there. I don't think that this loss is fully on Saquon Barkley, but he's right. That catch is a catch he should make. That catch is a catch he makes 99 times out of 100. That catch is a catch he made earlier in the game. The play worked earlier in the game. It's why Sirianni went back to it, and it worked again. Saquon just dropped the ball, and he admitted to that and took accountability. And I think it speaks to the maturity of this team and the fact that they're ready to win now. But let's watch the rest.
Surprised at the play call? Do you expect a running play or?
No. Once I knew it, I thought it was a great play call. I just gotta make the catch.
How tough is this loss? Obviously, it looked like you had this thing wrapped up.
Yeah, it definitely sucks. Any loss sucks. But when the game comes down to a few plays, and hurts a little more when you're the one who's making a mistake on that play. So
is there a mechanism on that play where if you're not open, Jalen just sits down and takes a sack?
Yeah, I mean, he could sit down, take a sack, he could run. It was a great play call. I just got to make the catch.
So I want to stop it there. Great play call. Clear faith from the team. Saquon Barkley still in Kellen Moore and Nick Sirianni. I know they were getting dragged through the mud through sports media, but at the end of the day, if the team wants to be an aggressive team, it's not a bad play call. Again, it worked. I personally leaned on the side of running it 2 straight plays, but if the team wants to be an aggressive team, throwing it's fine, but I do think if you're aggressive, you should go for it on 4th and 3 there, because again, the worst case scenario is the Atlanta Falcons get the ball down 3, about 60 yards to go to get it into, field goal range, and I believe it had been like 80 for a touchdown, but I feel like once they got in field goal range, they probably would have sat on it, if I'm being completely honest here, and, then we would have headed to overtime, but so be it.
What was the problem scoring points in the first half offensively?
I'm always giving credit to the defense and to those guys over there. And they did a great job, but at the same time, we got to be better too. That starts with me at the end of the game, and just go back to the drawing board, watch, and see what I can do better in the game also.
Was that a play you roughed a lot?
Yep.
Saw Jalen over here talking to him, just supporting you, I guess.
Yeah, he said he's going to trust me every time in that situation. And I told my guys back, and I told him I'm going to be all right, and figure out, and be all right.
Man, it's good.
How do you make sure
that from Jalen?
it doesn't linger? Just flush it in.
I can sit here and, complain and be upset about it, or I could be a professional athlete and go back to the drawing board and take the lick,
get back to work.
And get better from it.
Get back to work.
I made that play multiple times. I missed that play before too, meaning the situation. That happens part of the game, and I just got to be better. I let my team down. I got to man up to it. I got to own it, which I'm doing, and I can promise those guys in this locker room that I'm going to be better from it.
I mean, you talk about a class act, right? I mean, Saquon Barkley, accountability, man up to it, own it to his team. Like, this is the kind of guy you want in your locker room. And I get it. Saquon Barkley, obviously an immense talent. We know that. Saquon Barkley, you could argue, is the best running back in all of football from a pure talent perspective. But to have this head on his shoulders, this level of accountability, and just this mindset of, it was on me. I'll be better next time. Not blaming anybody else. Not even in his mind going, oh, Nick Sirianni. Like, you could tell a genuine reaction here from Saquon. This is the kind of guy you want in your locker room. Just an overall good dude. You could tell.
A running play called on the third down before you guys took the timeout.
I'm not really sure.
You guys went heavy on the left side. Fed was in.
I don't know. I don't think so.
Did you want to go for it on fourth down there?
When
After the drop back?
no, I believe in the situation. I believe I'm never going to question coach. I trust him. We have one of the best kickers, not the best kickers in the game.
I mean,
he made a field goal.
we have
But at
Jalen,
the end
who's
of the day,
perfect at the podium.
That's not a
but
conversation if I make that catch.
we just got another guy who's perfect at the podium.
By not having A.J. Brown on the
Yeah, of
field.
course, A.J. Brown is A.J. Brown. He's a hell of a player, but at the end of the day, we had the opportunity to win the game, and little miscommunications here and the little things. You see, I lock in the details, and especially at the end of the game, I got to make that play for us.
Is it sort of good to have kind of a short week here to maybe get rid of this one a little bit quicker? You don't have to sit around and do one.
Nah, for me, it's part of the process. Obviously, you don't want it to happen. You got to grow from it. And just got to go back to drawing boards, be consistent in my work, and still focus on my details, and just make sure I don't happen again.
What was working for you guys? You guys had that 9.5-minute drive. And it seemed like you and Jalen were like switching off, running the ball. Like, how was that working so well?
Yeah, we were getting into a good groove. Coach was dialing up. Off the line was leaning on those guys, and especially not having AJ. We felt like something that we could have done, and we were able to do it on that drive.
All right, so that's all for Saquon Barkley in this interview. And again, recap on the thoughts there. I thought that he showed real accountability, and I think that goes throughout the locker room. You saw Darius Slay, he tweeted out that one's on him. He needs to be better. The veterans on this team continue to show accountability. And this brings me to another point, another take that maybe I want to launch here. A lot of people questioned the leadership that would be on this team post Jason Kelce and Fletcher Cox retiring. Jalen Hurts obviously was going to have to step up as a leader, and I do think that a lot of the team has adopted his personality. Saquon Barkley on Instagram also put out a post saying that, you don't get too high, you don't get too low, and we keep going forward. What does that sound like? I mean, that sounds directly like Jalen Hurts, and I get it. Some people do and don't like Jalen Hurts kind of, progressing through interviews with motivational quotes. It's not everybody's thing, but the locker room has adapted it. The locker room believes in Jalen as a leader. The locker room believes in Saquon as a talent, as a leader. I feel very comfortable with where this team is at from a veteran in a leadership aspect. And it sucks that we had to lose early in the season in a loss like this, for sure, Eagles fans. I'm just as disappointed as y'all. But I do think there is a positive to take from it, and that is that this team is ready to win. This team does have a good head on its shoulders, and this team does have a good mentality throughout the locker room. But as always, those are just my thoughts, guys. Be sure to let me know yours in the comment section. What did you think of Saquon Barkley's comments and the rest of the Philadelphia Eagles? How are you feeling after the loss to Atlanta? And what do you need to see more of from the Philadelphia Eagles going forward? I will catch you guys next time. Peace.